Hello everyone, Chef Eric here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Feel free to subscribe down below and give this video a like. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the best and the easiest New York style cheesecake. So let's get started. So we're going to start by making something that us in the culinary industry call cream cheese. You could buy cream cheese from the supermarket, but making it yourself at home will save you up to 900 bob. So start by adding 3 liters of milk. 3 liters of milk into a really large saucepan, and then we can start to heat it up and keep stirring until it comes to a gentle simmer. Next, you can start adding in about 6 to 7 tablespoons of vinegar, a little bit at a time, until the mixture is fully curdled and split and look like this. You might think you messed it up, but you didn't. This is just perfect. Let it sit and cool down for about 10 minutes. And we can now strain it over a colander, a sieve, and a clean cloth. Squeeze out any excess whey and pop it onto a plate. Once it's nice and dry, we can now add it into a blender along with a little bit of liquid just to help it blend up super nice and smooth, and blend it up just until it looks super nice and smooth. I think I've said that word a bit too many times, but blend it on a high speed just until it looks super nice and creamy. This is the difference between, like, if I left it just the way it was, that wouldn't be cream cheese, just until I had fully whipped it. It'd look really luscious and smooth and exactly like anything you would buy at a supermarket or anything they'd make at a factory. Pop that cream cheese into a nice container and let it sit in the fridge overnight, and in the morning do not forget to take it out before you get started. We can now start to make our biscuit base for the cheesecake. So start by adding in some digestive biscuits into a Ziploc bag and take your anger out on that bag. You can get anyone else to help you, and I'm sure they'd love to. And you want to just beat those biscuits up just until they are super fine crumb. Add them into a large bowl and keep doing the same with the rest of your biscuits. Once they are all nice and crushed up, add in some melted butter or margarine and give it a mix, and it should look like wet sand. If yours seems a little bit dry, add a bit of extra melted butter. Here I'm using digestive biscuits. Next, we're gonna add our biscuit base into an oiled springform pan. Here I'm using an 8-inch springform pan. When I say oiled springform pan, I mean like the bottom could come out so that the cheesecake can easily slip out of our baking pan after it's done baking. And this is a really crucial step. So you want to press that biscuit base into the baking pan so that it's super nice and compact and will make a nice and thick layer. Bake it at 180 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes just until it's nice and golden. Next, you can start to make our cheesecake batter. So for that, start by whipping up your cream cheese just a little bit just to loosen it up, because we're making this batter entirely by hand, so it's going to be quite a bit of an arm workout. And add in your sugar and give that a really good mix. Next, we can go in with some plain yogurt. Make sure it doesn't have any flavor or has any sugar, so make sure you check the packaging. Add in your yogurt and give that a really good mix. Next, we can add in some cream or some whipping cream. So like basically everything that has gone in so far is white. But give that a really good mix. And next, we can add in our eggs. For this recipe, I am using 3 kienyeji eggs because most of my recipes are developed for kienyeji eggs. But if you have the normal supermarket eggs, add in 2 eggs and 1 egg yolk. Give that a really good mix, and we can now add in the last final few ingredients. So start by adding in a tablespoon of vanilla essence. You see, it's quite a bit of vanilla, I agree, but this is just the main flavor. Apart from the tangy cream cheese, it's not very sweet, but I'd like to tell you guys, this is an acquired taste. This is not for everyone. Not everyone would love it. My siblings didn't like it. I personally didn't, but my mom seemed to love it along with the guests that she had that day that I made this cheesecake. Set it aside after you've added in your cornstarch. That's about like 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, and you want to pour the batter into your cold biscuit base. Once the biscuit base comes out of the oven, and make sure it's fully cool before you pour in your batter, otherwise you'll have slight problems with overcooking and cheesecake won't be very nice. So once you've added in your batter, you now want to add 3 layers of foil all around the bottom and base of the baking pan. This is just to prevent the water that's going to be around the tin from seeping into the cheesecake. So pop that cheesecake into a larger baking dish and pour over some hot water. this is the reason why we add hot water, so that like the edges of the cheesecake do not burn. Bake at 150 degrees for about an hour, just until the center is slightly jiggly, and the center only. Chill it overnight, yes, overnight, just until it's nice and fully set. This should be enjoyed cold. Pull it out of its springform pan and gently remove the bottom and top it off with some fresh strawberries. And literally that's it. It's really nice, it's really delicious. I hope you give this recipe a try, and if you do, please tag me. I'd love to see it.